Yes.
Okay. So, what exactly is Ikigai? Any idea about what exactly is Ikigai?
Um, Ikigai is what you exactly need from your life,
Mhm.
what you want to do
Mhm.
in your life, what is the purpose of your life. That's what I understand.
Okay, okay. So basically, Ikigai is a Japanese technique. Now, this particular slide, I will be giving you the full PDF because this is, I know in the PPT it's not much clear. So after completing the slide, I'm going to explain you this one, the how to recognize how what exactly you want from your life because we don't
Okay.
exactly know. Now, as I said, Ikigai is a Japanese technique. Now, many of us we know that Japan is one of the most happiest country in the whole entire universe. Now, the term Ikigai is made up of two words, Iki and Kai. Iki means IKI, it means our life. And Kai means what exactly we want, that is the hope or expectation or anything else. Like what are the exact expectation from our life.
Hmm.
Okay, and this Ikigai is not a very new term. Like the day I did my diploma in Ikigai and Buddhist psychology, because both were different. So people started asking me that, Shraddhanjali, is a new term? But exactly this is not a new term because the day we were in masters long back, there was a term which is known as Buddhist therapy. From there, Ikigai, Buddhist psychology, positive psychology came into existence. But only the name is pretty new, but this is one of the most oldest therapy which you can have with not only with your client, you can even conduct workshops, you can also perform in school. I'll tell you one secret. Like we were having a batch of 25 students we enrolled in the course of PG diploma for Ikigai, and that was a combined course for 1 year, Ikigai, Buddhist therapy, and positive psychology. So I was the day I completed, I received my certificate. So I used to drop cold mails. It's still now I do this cold mails, and they liked what exactly is this. And I remember I did this Ikigai wala topic in more than 50 sessions with one of the corporates, and first 3 session was pretty free. It was a free session, and from the fourth session I charged a little, and I remember on the 10th session I charged for two completely for 2 hours. It was 5,000 which I charged for offline, and they gave me. And after that, I did Ikigai for more than 20 corporates, starting from Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra. In my area, there is a local Myntra. So with 30 to 35 candidates, and in fact, with the local workers, that is the police or the frontline workers, the traffic police, the staffs, the nurses, and I did it. And I give them the worksheets. I'll be sending you the worksheets in your mail if you want, or in your WhatsApp, because generally what happens, we clutter and declutter everything in WhatsApp. One day we will be clearing. So in mails, if you ask me, I can send you the PDF and the worksheets. So what will happen after you know how to apply Ikigai with not only with the clients, with yourself, you can also conduct courses also, because this can also come under a 5-day course. You can, if you can break it, and you can also inculcate more of hope therapy, monitor therapy, logotherapy, which I will be talking. But basically you can also do it for a 5-day course or for a 10-day course as per your satisfaction. So basically, Ikigai is not a very new term. It is a Purana therapy. But right now, we are all so much well versed in Google and Wikipedia. So it is like very pop up. But I remember my mother was a criminal psychologist. She had also studied Ikigai long back. So Ikigai is not a new term. I'll be giving you a book on Buddhist psychology. If you get a time, you can read the book. It's a wonderful book. I completed the book, so you also can do it. Not an issue.
Okay.
Next is I'll ask you, what are your mool mantra, or what is your happiness secret? Like what makes you happy?
Teaching,
Okay.
basically.
Okay. Any other?
Uh, that is one thing actually, and movies,
Watching movies.
watching movies.
Okay, okay. I'll tell you. I remember I did this class with HROR. One of our student, he said me that money gives me happiness. There are many students, and he was quite young. He's quite young. He's only 15 or 18, I remember. He said me that he said me in the class that money gives me happiness. I said, how much money? He said me in a month, if my papa gives me 1 CR, I will be the most happiest person in my whole life. So these are the opinions, or these are the topics you also can explore. How can money give? I remember I did this particular PPT in a school, and one of our students said me, ma'am, what do you know about happiness? I said, I don't know anything. Please explain me. He said me, I want to be a local don. I said, why? Because I was also literally scared, and he was in class 6, the student. I said, why do you want to be a local don? He said me, for 6 months I will be inside the jail. Rest of the 6 months I'll be outside the jail, and for 6 months in the jail I can do lots and lots of crime, and after coming out, people are going to call me as Don or father of the underworld. I said, okay. Because see, these are the most, I don't know what to say, but this is the one of the most terrified answer I got from a schoolboy of class 6, because we did not know what exactly dons, goons are. He explained me why he wants to be a local or underworld don. So there are so many secrets. But see, happiness is very subjective. If you like, as you said, teaching and watching film for you is happiness. If you ask me what is my secret to be the most happy, sleeping, because I don't get a like proper 7 hour or 8 hour of sleep. So sleeping is one of the most happiness thing which I derive. If you ask my mother, she will be saying cooking, basically. So it's very subjective, because all the individual do have other opinions. Some will say money, some will say buying dresses, some will say doing chori, stealing. And I remember in one of my client, one of my session, one of the clients said me that the most happier I am when I beat my wife. He derives pleasure from beating his wife. So these are the most complicated answer you can expect also. So happiness is very subjective, and because why happiness is very subjective, because of the learnings. I am born in a culture, you are born in different culture, and it can also be I am born in same culture, you are also born in same culture, but your whatever you wanted your mother gave you, but whatever I wanted my mother did not give me. So I know what is the secret of happiness, that when I will be getting, after 6 months of crying, pulling my mother's leg, getting a one pin or getting a chocolate, that can be a sense of happiness. So it's very subjective. It's not that whatever makes you happy would have to make me happy, but yes, the moment we say money, the moment we say dawn, the moment we say underworld dawn, some sort of this, we definitely need to check out the child parenting, number one, and number two, we need to take his history, because it can be of the genetic history. Someone had gone to the jail and he saw that, or someone had murdered. Because I remember in my area I was there with an NGO, and he said me I wanted to murder my mother. I said, for what reason? He said me, I don't like my mother because my mother is very stupid. He uttered this word. And he said, by telling slang languages, I feel very happy. Then I knew that he was from a very, no, I won't say a very poor background, but he was from a criminal background, because his father was a criminal. He used to murder or do certain other illegal works. So different individual would have different opinion, but we are not supposed to compare anyone. But it's not very what I would say, it's not very different, but it has to be very subjective. As you said, teaching, for me it can be sleeping. So the moment you are seeing anyone coming up with darker side of happiness, you have to take into consideration of two things: the work environment, that is in which environment he is staying, and also of the genetic condition, his mother, his parental figure, his maternal figure. There is a full book on inner child healing. If you want, I can send you the book. You can also get how you can identify if my mother is very friendly and my father is not of that sort. So there is no certain course for this, but the moment you are going to read the book, it's not very big, it's 400 pages. You can identify if you are working with children, especially the teens or the adolescents, you can identify what exactly are the parenting types are, because parenting is something, it's not a good parenting, because every therapist do have a notion, this is a good parenting, this is a bad parenting. None of the parents do parent or do rear the child in a very bad way. It's just the circumstances which leads to certain situation. So I will be giving you the book. Please do text me in WhatsApp, because I do have dementia. I'll tell everyone that I do have dementia, because the moment the class is over, I'll forget that what are the books I'll be sending. Do remind me of the positive psychology book and of this inner child healing. So I'll be sending you. I'll be giving you the drive only, not any show. Then there are many types of happiness. Basically, if you talk about in general, there are 20 types of happiness, but 20 types are more or less interlinked in 5 or 6 ways, which I'm going to talk right now. Number 1 is personal happiness. As you said, personal happiness, if I ask you that, Manali ma'am, what does happiness mean to you? You say that this other thing, teaching, give me happiness. So that is your personal happiness, because you believe it is your value which you are giving to the students, especially because the way you are teaching, the way you are talking, whatever you have learned in your school life, in your college life, or even in your life, you are imparting your knowledge to your students or to your classmates, anyone. So personal happiness is something where you find happiness. Like without that, you can't live for a month. Basically, in short term, if I would have to say, in personal happiness, you have to figure it out that within a month, it has to be for 1 month. Within 1 month, there can be certain things which you can't live without. It can be your phone, it can be your dress, buying, blah, 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 anything. But what is the most 95% thing which you are missing? If I tell you, ma'am, come for a holiday for 1 month, definitely if you are coming for a holiday with me, but for a day of 5 or for a day of 2, you are telling me, Shraddhanjali, give me 1 hour, I am going to type something to my students. That means you are also teaching, but not in this way, but via text. So you have to figure it out that what exactly you want and what is the most missing thing in your life without which you can't live without. Not that air, water, oxygen, nothing of that sort, but yes, in a very healthier version. It can be teaching, it can be sleeping. If someone says me, please don't sleep for 1 month, it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible. I think it's not possible for me. It can be possible for the ones who are suffering from insomnia, or even those who are not having insomnia. If I ask them to go for a party or for a Goa beach party, they won't be sleeping. They will be doing chit chat. They will be taking risks. They will be having a sleep for only 10 to 15 minutes, but not a healthier form of sleep that is for 7 hours or 8 hours. So personal happiness, it's very like individualistic, and it means that which is in your life, what are you exactly missing out. This is what personal happiness means. Next is transpersonal happiness. This means it's a very unique concept, and not very unique, but in an inner form, what you want to be in your life. Like, for example, if I give you 10 minutes, that tell me within 10 minutes that, ma'am, what are the things you want to be in your life? See, in every age, you can tell me that, Shraddhanjali, I don't have something right now in my research that I want to be Miss India or Miss Universe. But yes, I understand, but something you want more than that. I want to serve the nation. I want to go beyond humanistic. Like, I'm not talking about only the feministic behavior, because there are so many ladies, so many girls out who only believe in that I am very feminist. So beyond feminist, there are certain things. It can be a humanistic behavior. So which you want only from the universe or only from the alma mater. That please give me a sort of happiness which has to be within the society. Now you have to find out what you want from the society. Personal means which you are within yourself. You are a good teacher. That is your personal way. Transpersonal means the thing which you want without having such sort of financial exchange. It can be serving a NGO, it can be donating blood for free. Like there are many individuals who say, I'm going to give you a 1 liter of blood, please pay me this amount, then only I'm going to donate. I can donate my hair, but after I donate, give me certain sort of lamplight or media. So you have to find out what exactly it's the most spiritual connection. You can serve the nation not by being a army man or not by being a cadet, but yes, you can teach poor students of 100 or not even 100. You can take in consideration of 20 individual who can't even afford 10 rupee. So that is transpersonal with 1:1. I think I'm clear in both the things. Okay, ma'am. Next is transactional. Now this is quite similar to transactional, but here you have to identify that what are within yourself. That means with the genetic connection. Like for example, your papa can be a doctor. Your mother can also be a doctor. But if I talk about you, you can't be a thief. You can't be a criminal. You have to be on a similar spectrum. So what is that? You can be a teacher, you can be a designer, or any sort of which your mom and dad has served. It can be that you can be a criminal, but on a higher level. Criminal over here doesn't mean you have to stab anyone, or you have to kill anyone. It means whatever you are saying, others are obeying you. I'll give you an example over here. The concept of dark psychology, which is manipulation. There are so many individuals who are very manipulative. Over here, this comes into play. Manipulation. If you tell me today that please do it in this way, even if you are not very manipulative, by seeing your face, by seeing your gesture, by hearing your voice, I'll feel okay. Ma'am said, let me do it in this way. This has to be, see, this can't be without having a sense of very moral sort of value or within an inner thing. Like for example, if I talk about the people who are very manipulative, why does they manipulate, or with whom does they manipulate? They even do manipulation with the one who are like junior to them or very inferior to them. They don't manipulate a superior person. But transactional means you have to manipulate the superior ones. Now how? For example, you have designed a course according to your way. It has to be a course has been designed by you and the organization in the way you want it. Now, if you see all the students who are taking the admission in a particular course, they are either from 11, 12, graduation, masters, you can manipulate them very easily. That these are the things you have to learn. But there are certain terms or conditions where you see the ones who are taking the enrollment in the course, they all are superior to you in terms of age. If you are 40, they are 45, 50, 60. Now it becomes quite difficult to manipulate them in a very positive way. You can't say them that this syllabus which I have designed, I am not going to teach this, rather I'm going to teach this. So how you are going to manipulate? It has to be a very assertive form, number one, and a very smiling face. These are the two things in which you can manipulate, like do manipulation in a positive way and in a very transactional happiness way. So this example I do give everyone so that it's pretty clear to take the realistic example so that they don't confuse and they don't make others confused. So these are the difference with transactional and transcendental. Next is, now tell me, in which of the category do you think that you can fall? 1, 2, 3. Personal, transactional, transtensional.
I think first one.
Personal. Okay. After that, if you have to rate the second happiness, which one would come into place?
Third one.
Okay, manipulating in a very positive way. Yes. Now, I don't. I do think I have the book of like worksheets of dark psychology. So while you are teaching this, it can be pretty confusing for individual who don't understand. So you can give them the worksheet. It's a pretty one-page worksheet, which you can identify that in which category they do fall, even without telling them the basic thing, just explaining in a 2 line or 3 line, and after that you can tell them that yes, in this category you fall. That is a worksheet, and it's not customized. You can get that in like WaveMate, but you have to purchase. So you don't have to purchase it right now. I will be giving that like worksheets. Don't worry. Next is, what contributions are there in making you happy? See, when you say something that teaching, what contributes? Like in teaching, what are the things which makes you happy?
When I interact with the students and they like what I am saying, and now, generally I'm teaching life skills actually. I'm working with some organizations, and I'm teaching life skills to the school-going children. Normally, 5th standard, 6th, 7th, 8th. So the response from the children is very encouraging. And when they say कि दीदी आप जो बोलते हैं वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हमें ऐसा समझाने वाला कोई नहीं था, तो we understand it, and we like you, we love you. So that is very
Encouraging.
very
Yes. Yes, I understand. Like I do teach. No, I don't teach in school. I do teach in colleges. But yes. Now number one. Now, usually this happens with all the 5 senses. Now, this can be done in all the grounding techniques. I'll again give you the links of all the, not the links, the worksheets of grounding technique. Basically, I did not write it over here. You have to ask the school students. This has to be done only with the school students. And also you can do it with corporates, nothing. But you can definitely change it. Either 3-3-3 or 5-4-3-2-1. 3-3-3 goes with only corporates, and 5-4-3-2-1 comes with only the school students. Till 12, you can do it from 5 to 12 or 4 to 12, anywhere. Now 5, you have to tell the students, the instructions should go like this: tell me what are the 5 things you can see around you. It can be anything. That means you are activating all the 5 senses which can give them the sense of happiness. It can be, I can see my tree, it can be, I can see my blackboard, I can see specks, anything and everything, but only 5 things, not more than 5, not less than 5. Then 4 things which they can touch. For example, they can touch the chalk, they can touch the blackboard, they can touch the wall of the school or the classroom. Any 4 things which they can touch. 3 things which they can feel within them. And feel means they have within them. It can be if they are wearing a dress, obviously the dress, the shoe, the specs, they can feel that all these things are there in my head. I can feel. And obviously the socks, only 3 things. 2 which they can smell. Now smelling here means, that doesn't mean that they have to open their tiffin box, but yes, they can feel that my mother gave me Maggie, my mother prepared me roti chawal or something of that sort. They can feel it. And one thing which they can taste, like with their taste bud. So these are the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique with the school students. And exactly what is 3-3-3? 3 things which they can feel outside their body. Not necessarily they can touch it, but they can feel it. It can be if you are doing with corporates, it has to be the laptop which they can feel. Number one, if they are in a relationship, they will obviously say, and I get all these responses, I can feel my partner is touching me or hugging me. All the 5 love languages they will be saying. And again, 3 things which they can smell it. And smell also, again, they will completely tell, I can smell my own body odor. Number one, I can smell my partner, the perfume which he, she, or they, them, anyone have applied, and I can smell the room. Because what happens generally, if you are conducting a workshop with the corporates, the moment you enter the corporate room, they are going to spray certain perfumes. That Sirakna, I don't know why they do, but they do it. So they do tell that. And it's very common they are going to, and only these three activities are very popular if you do it with the corporate. Like the day my teacher taught me, none of my friends did this 3 with the corporates. They basically went for 5 4 3 2 1, and luckily I did it. I listened to my teacher and I did it, and right now they are the one who will be telling me, ma'am, even for half an hour come back, because it's not possible that you can complete, because in a corporate there are more than thousand employees. It's not possible for a therapist or a counselor to work with 1,000 or 1,000 student or employees in a span of half an hour, 1 hour, or even 2 hours. So you can do it in this way, and you can also do this particular slide with the parents, because you can also see what exactly happened. It's not only you have to work with corporate school, you can also customize with the parents, especially the mother ones, because it can be a pregnant mother, it can be a mother who has just delivered the baby. The moment you ask them 333 in the in the middle section, the way you are going to give the instruction, that tell me which you can feel with your hand, and they are going to say, I can feel my baby. And I did a online webinar with the mothers, and they said to me that I can feel my baby like this, I am holding my baby. So it's very interesting the way you get the responses. So this is what you can tell. And pleasure activities has to be all the grounding techniques, the 5 4 3 2 1 3 3 3, to make them ground. In the ground means so that they can touch the feet with the soil. Means it's a imagination, but so that they being very grounded, they are not in the hawa, like they are not listening to the teacher or to the trainer, and they are like this. Oh, Peri, I think clear,
Some
not an issue.
technical issues with the laptop actually.
Yes, I understand this, Papri.
Yeah, sorry, very sorry.
Not an issue. Okay. Next is engagement. Now, as you are a life teacher, like teaching all these skills, you can ask the student to engage in certain activities which they can feel that yes, it's of a higher sense of happiness, but also you have to keep in mind that they are going beyond their level of happiness. Like if you ask, like taking the example of your own, you are happy teaching the student. Now if I tell you that please teach the student who are comfortable in Bengali language, it can't be possible that you can teach the students with Bengali language. But if I tell you that okay, I am giving you the topic, I'm giving you the full PPT presentation, you have to only teach them, or you have to read the PPT in Bengali language, and I'm giving you 10 days of time or 15 days of time or even 1 month. After that, no students are going to ask you a single question. It's just that you have to read the PPT. But nothing else. So what exactly is happening? You are going beyond your comfort zone and you are doing well. So now what happened? You have engaged in such activity which you think you can't do, but after 1 month or after 15 days, whatever the time was given to you, you did it quite well. And in fact, what happened? One of the students asked you something in Bengali language and you gave the answer in Tutaputa Bengali, but yeah, you gave the answer. Like, so engagement not only means that which is within your zone, but it can be outside your comfort zone so that you get a certain pleasure from there. Pleasure has to be derived from certain engagement. Like for example, if I tell, previously if I talk about, I was not comfortable in Hindi, but the moment my mother said that you have to be comfortable at least three languages in which you can read, learn, and speak, I said, okay, I can go for Gujarati or Assamese, but I can't go for Hindi. She said me, you have to learn Hindi and Bihari language. I said, let me go and die. I can't. But what happened? I took a class for 3 months, and after that, it's not very superior level. I can speak in Hindi, but chal jata hai. People can understand whatever she needs to communicate. So what happened? My engagement was in English and Bengali, and after that, what happened? I learned Bihari and Hindi. So my engagement right now is in 4 languages, and also it can be I can understand Assami and I can speak only 1 to 2% of Assami languages. So it has to be in this level, that only that is not the thing that I can do this or I can't do this. Whatever you can't, you can tell the students that I'm giving you this number of days to prepare yourself. Or if you are doing this with the corporates, what happens in the corporate, they tell you that, ma'am, I won't be having that much of time to do any sort of Ikigai activity. What are the Ikigai activity? Basically, all sort of art therapy. Any clay therapy, you can talk about clay therapy, you can talk about mud therapy, you can talk about sand therapy. And after, you can ask the employees to send the pictures to you in your mail ID, or if you are comfortable sharing the WhatsApp number, it can be on that spectrum also. But they say you, ma'am, ek din mein nahi hoga. So what you can tell that, okay, it's not possible for one day. I'm giving you a 10 days time or 1 week time, whatever you feel. And it has to be on the level of the therapist or the trainer. And you say it's 15 days. After 15 days, from 16th day, you have to show me what are the creative works did you do. It can be writing a poem. It can be doing something with the clay. It can be making a doll. In fact, a small doll, but you have to make it. So what is exactly happening? The individual is going out of the comfortable zone or the comfort zone, and that individual is doing something. So what happened? He has been engaged into that new activity, and he is also deriving the pleasure. Like for example, if you are comfortable after 1 month, if you took the session in Bengali, you will pat at your back and you'll say, I did it. It's not possible that you can give your 100%. Might be you gave your 80% or 90% even. But you did it. You derived 1% of pleasure from there. That means what happened? Your dopamine got released. Your happy hormone, which was there in your brain, it said that, okay, if you are getting 1 month, you did your 80%. So what if you are getting 6 months to prepare yourself in the Bengali language? You can give almost your 100%. So in this way, it has to be occur. So this means that going out of the comfort zone and walking there. Okay, next is meaning. Now, meaning means they have to find out why they are doing so in the engagement portion. Now, if I tell you, you have to teach this. You will tell what is the meaning, what would I get out of that, what are the benefits. Now I'll tell you, after you conduct this session in Bengali, you are not going to receive your remuneration, but also your name will be enlisted in that trainers list, that you are also capable of taking Bengali sessions. So now what exactly is going to happen after you are capable? People are going to reach out from your areas also, because it's not possible that India, only in my area Bengalis are there, in your area no Bengalis are there. It can be in a house of 10 families, only one family is of Bengali. Because India is a very diverse language cultures. In my area, I have Tamil people, Oriya people, and there are different community people. They are coming. So if I was not well aware of Oriya languages, I could not have talked to them. They would have felt that, oh, I am not in Orissa, and hence I am being left alone. So now you are going to find out the meaning of your life, not of your life, but the meaning of one single thing, why you are going to do that. It can be that you are serving the society, you are not only serving the society, you are helping the student to communicate or to believe that yes, if you can talk in Bengali, they can also do certain things out of their zone, moving out of their comfort zone, so that they do get an engagement. See, all these things are very interrelated. If you are not deriving pleasure, you can't derive also the meaning. For example, if you say, no, I can't take a Bengali session, even if I give you 6 months of time, then also you say, no, I won't be doing, because that means it's only one sort that you don't want to do. It's not that you can't do. That means you are very rigid and you don't want to do. In fact, if you are getting even 1 year, after 1 year, in the next year, if you are also being given a suggestion that please ma'am do it, you say no, I won't be doing. It's not that the fact that you are not getting any remuneration or you are not getting any benefits, but you think you can't. And the moment you are thinking you can't, your meaning of the life get declined. That means your meaning and the purpose of your life is zero. Only and only you can teach within your circle. That means you can only teach the life circles, like life skills within your school and within that languages in which you are comforting. But beyond that knowledge or beyond that language, you can't. So meaning has to be where you have to find the exact meaning, and it has to be both the meaning, the negative side as well as the positive side. Now what happens in meaning, you have to find out negative. What can happen if it can, you can fumble in front of 20 students, and those 20 students, they are not going to laugh, but they are going to switch off the camera and they are going to talk, are ma'am ko to Bengali nahi aata hai, they are going to tell. And the positive side, if you are taking, you can think that yeah, out of 1 month you knew how to talk in Bengali, like 10% you know. What happened? Positive side, your name has been enlisted in that school in the domain Bengali trainer, teaching trainer. Next, what are the positive things? People knew, or the students or the parents knew that yes, if ma'am can do, at least we can do for one person. So see, your positive sides are three effects, and negative is one. So you are obviously going to figure out that yes, if there is one negative, I'm going to demolish that, and positive may I'm going to give a focus, and I'm going to make that negative into a positive side. So meaning has to be both, and then you have to compare that which one is having a more number of meaning, and the more thing what happens if it's both equal, negative is also equal, positive is also equal, then you have to break the subtypes of positive and negative. It doesn't happen that both negative and positive are equal. It can happen positive are 10, negative are 20. Then you are going to rethink about the negative, that literally it can be a negative. A thought of cognitive therapy comes in, that you are going to rethink that it can be also a spectrum, that the students are not laughing, in fact they are supporting me and telling that ma'am this can be this, it can be. So these are the things you have to take in consideration while you are talking about the meaning of life. Now, Okinawa. Now, what exactly is Okinawa? It's a very old culture. In fact, it was found. I have the YouTube video saved with me. They are very cute. The way they dress up, the way they talk, they are very cute. And Okinawa is a very small island in Japan with a maximum number of, if I'm not wrong, 150 people only, not more than 150 people. It's a very small tribal community where they think the day they are living, they do live in the present moment. They don't talk about past, they don't talk about future. They are only in the present. अरे आज होगा तो आज ही होगा, कल नहीं होगा तो नहीं होगा. Who have seen tomorrow? So they do believe that whatever you are doing right now, you have to do with your 100%. Even if you are not doing with 100%, it has to be 99.9%. You have to do it. And Okinawa is one of the beautiful place all over in Japan. Like people do not go to Okinawa for a trip, but there are only 3 to 4 vlogs in YouTube where you can find the Okinawa people. They are very black They can be on a very wide spectrum, but only 150 people are there. And even if they do cry or they are crying, they cry in a very beautiful tune so that people don't figure it out they are crying, because they don't want to show that they are feeling bad. But yes, they do feel bad at times, but they don't want to show. What happens, they do with believe that if I'm showing someone that yes, today I'm sad, for me that individual is going to get sad, for that individual someone else is going to be sad, so it would be a chain circle. So they don't want that yes, today I am sad or something had happened to me. And in fact, in the whole 1,000 years, I forgot to write 1,000, it has been made 100, in 1,000 years till now no doctors have visited the island, because they don't fall ill, they don't have high fever, they don't have issue with their bowel system, nothing. The moment they are giving a birth to the child, they are giving with the female community, like female oriented ladies only. They don't call any single doctor. And teaching, they do teach their own students, like they call them the students the moment they go to the school. And inside the school also the teachers are them only. They do play the role of everything. In house, they are the mother and father. The moment they are going to the school, they are the teachers. And they are like pretty good to go. Like I was, the moment I was watching, I was like laughing. I forgot everything. That day I was down with 102 fever with constipation issue. I forgot. And their rate of falling ill is 0%. As I said, because they do believe whatever they are getting from nature, they do eat itself from nature and nothing else. They don't eat any junk food, because it's a 150 community individual. They don't go even out. For them, going for a holiday means they won't cook in a single house. Only there is a main house. It's a big house which is of dome shape, and that is a party house. Ladies, gents, students, babies, they do party every time. And it has seen that they do party every month for 2 days, 2 consecutive days. So, and they are very good to go. Like they don't think that today I am there, what if I'll die tomorrow? What if I don't have money tomorrow? And for that money thing, they do earn how? They do all sort of things online. They do circulate everything within Japan. Like there are certain cities in Japan only where you can find Okinawa people selling their things. They don't go anywhere. Like le lo, mera cheese le lo. They don't do like that. They feel that yes, if an individual is not taking my item, that means it is having certain sort of defect. And let do it in that way. And they do have a lot of necklace, like beads necklace. And women's old ladies, they all are engaged into this business. They think that it is one of the most suitable business for their own earning. They don't think that yeah, today I've earned 20 rupees, what if tomorrow I don't get any single money? So they will laugh. Basically, the main aim of Okinawa cities, they will start laughing every time. Even if they are, one of the child is being scolded by the mother, the child laugh, the mother laugh, and all the 150 community individuals do start laughing. So it's pretty happy country. And yes, like they do eat everything vegetables, and they have their own stock of vegetables. Like they only once in a month they will be going to the market, and they are going to buy only green vegetables. It's not that they are non-vegetarian. It's not that they are vegetarian, but they don't eat any sort of non-vegetarian, because their belief is the moment they are killing any animal, they are harming their own harmony. So they don't eat any sort of animal things or animal protein. They are only on shakaharis. They are pretty vegetarians. But if they are going to any market, or if they are going to any party, like the government originated party where they have to go every year, they do take the name of a lord. I forgot the name of the lord, and they do tell, please mere ko maaf kar dena, in their language, in the Japanese language, please mere ko maaf kar dena. And finally they got a sense of recognition. Like Okainova has received more than 200 award from government of Japan for being one of the most happiest city in Japan, and everyone is trying to follow in India. I went to Hyderabad, and one of the people, I don't know her name, she said me, people in my area, local area, they are following the Okainova style. They are becoming vegetarian. So Okainawa is a very good place, and whatever they do, they live in the moment. Even they are, if they are getting scolded, they don't have in the back of the mind that, "Arey, I am getting scolded, that means people are insulting me." They don't have any sort of this feeling that yes, people are insulting me. It's always that okay, like forgive, and they do believe in this therapy, like forgiveness. From there, forgiveness therapy came up. How to forgive individuals, starting from mother, starting from father, any sort of age, old age ladies, old age males. So Okainova is a very, I can give you the link of Okainova. Now I generally do this with the activity with my school students, like whatever they feel, like there are so many pent up emotion. I took this picture from one of my student. I said them, said her that can I use your picture while I'm teaching all everyone. She said me yes. So this, if you are well known about all the colors, most of the colors which are very prominent are red and orange. Now here, the day she did this, she was having a very bad fight with her mother, as she said me. After that, I remember she was being brought to my hospital by the school, and then then she said me, her mother was the stepmother, and every single day this stepmother would used to beat her in her vagina. Rather, she used to take her pen, and she said me, and I don't know why, but I started crying. She used to take a pen, she used to take the pen, and she used to pull the pen in the inside the vagina like this. And she said me, "Ma'am, it hurts me, but I can't cry, because the moment I'm going to cry," she said me, "if you are crying, I'm not going to give the pen again inside your vagina, and you have to tolerate that pain." So after that, I don't know what happened. After 3 sessions, the day school sent her mother to visit this counselor to me, she did not came up, and I don't know what happened to the girl child also. But in this picture, it has been clear that she was literally pissed off by her mother, because everywhere, if you can find red, and I asked her, "What did you draw?" She did not say me. Then I figured it out. She drew a demon. If you can connect with all these dots, you can find a face, only the face, smaller face of ghost. And she depicted her mother as the ghost. This has to be the, like this chin was her chin over here. This was the chin, and she drew her hair. And because the hair of the mother was quite big, so she drew it like this. And she said, I said, "What about your father? Don't your father say your mother anything?" She said me, "My father loves my mother very much. That is the reason she left my original mother." Basically, that was a extramarital affair which I think would have taken in that situation. And after that, if you can see here, let me zoom. This okay, it has been quite zoomed. Yeah, this pink was only her grandmother who used to support her, but also the way she supported her, she used to pull her mother hair like this. So she drew her over the hair, because she's pulling like this, and she could imagine. And in fact, I remember in all the sessions she used to cry, because she was like, "I don't want to go to my house." So it was very pathetic to listen. After that, I don't know what happened, because the day her mother was supposed to visit us, she did not pop up. So after that, she has been withdrawn from the school also, and now I exactly don't know what happened. So now the next form of therapy is logotherapy, where you ask the client, if you are doing it with the, like this logotherapy happens with 1:1 therapy. This doesn't take place in any sort of corporate trainings or where 20 people are there or even 10 people are there. It has to be in 1:1 therapy. It is a very newer form of therapy which exactly asks you can focus on your future, but you have to ensure why you are focusing on your future. For example, if I talk about your training, you love teaching the students. If I talk about future, what exactly makes you happy, you will tell in future also I'm going to teach more students or I'm going to get attached to more organization. And now I'll ask you, what if you are getting attached to what is the plus thing, and you have to mention 10, minimum 10 plus thing that why organizations are going to hire you. Basically, this means you have to find your personal things, your personal positive things. It has to be all the positive, because the moment you are talking logotherapy, in logotherapy generally we don't talk about the negative, because happiness means only positive. Only in certain situation you can talk about the negative. But yes, in logotherapy our teacher said it has to be 96% you are talking about your positive things. Now you have to focus that yeah, the organization, 20 organization had hired you. Now why? There must be certain pros, because it has to be on a that spectrum. You being a life school teacher or you being a skills trainer, I am also a life skills trainer, but I got rejected, you got accepted. What is the reason? You have won 96%, I have also won 96% during our training. But why did the organization hire you? So you have to understand that whole entire system, that why did organization hire you. Then only you can focus on the future, because there are certain because the moment we talk about future, we talk about probabilities. In logotherapy, no probabilities occur. It's only that you have to talk, why tell me right now. Be in the present, but you have to talk about future in a very 100% confident word. It can be, you can tell that, pata nahi, they took me, but this way it doesn't occur. You have to ask. You have to.
What are my abilities?
Yes.
And what makes them to hire me?
Like in this, you can ask the client or you can ask the student, why would I hire you? Tell me a minimum 10 qualities within yourself. Why would I hire you? It can be that I am a doctor, you are not a doctor, for example. But I am getting rejected, you are getting accepted. Why? It like in a if you are talking about interviews, definitely in interview they do ask that why our company is going to hire you, or what is the benefit out of which our company is going to get the moment we are taking you on board. So you have to be in the present, and you have to answer or take the answer of future. So, and it's very difficult, because you have to mention 10 qualities, and the instruction is you have to give 10, minimum 10, not less than 10 would be accepted. So you have to be very focused that what is your ability, that we are going to hire you after 5 days. And 10, because it has to be a 10, not less than 10, and it can be more than 10, not to worry, but minimum 10 things have to be there within that individual, so that logotherapy can occur. And yes, in logotherapy you can also go for any form of art therapy, but art therapy has also to do with clay. Logotherapy has to be done with any sort of play therapy. Now, for example, the student or the client is saying, I'm very good in drawing. If any individual is good in drawing, he, she, anyone can make anything out of the clay. So we have to give the clay, and then we have to take in consideration what the individual is making. And you have to ask, what did you make, why did you make, what was the thinking which was going on. And if something of हाथ की कुछ बना लेते हैं, तो you have to again ask, why did you make this. These are the two questions which needed to be asked. Why did you make this? Why did you make this? What made you think of this? These are only two questions which we have to ask in logotherapy when giving the therapy of clay. In clay only logotherapy works. In no other therapy, logo will work. And then people can feel that I'm not going to be in future. Because if I'm talking about why the client or why the company will hire me, I have to find out my 10 qualities. And in fact, I have also seen people are after 3, 4, 5, they can't tell their all the positive qualities. So it's very important they do identify all these. See, as an individual, we all have positive qualities and negative quality. But what exactly happens? We don't highlight our positive quality. We always highlight the negative quality of everyone in front of everyone. So it's logotherapy ensures that you are highlighting your positive therapy in your future. That is why it is written. It is a form of psychotherapy that is focused on the future. Future means being in present, you have to get the client be very focused on future, and you can do with the school students because they know that either they want to be a school teacher, a pilot, a doctor, engineer. But what are the things needed to be that? What are the qualities they don't need to be a teacher, to be a doctor, to be a pilot? They don't know. They know that, yeah, they want to be a teacher, they want to be like their mother, just like a mother. So logotherapy only works with school students, not with corporates. Okay. Next is monitor therapy. Now this only work with corporate, this doesn't work with school students. Now monitor therapy, it's not a therapy, it's basically a form of technique where you ask the client to accept your own self. Like for example, I can show you, I have so many dark patches in my skin. Previously, it was on that side, I did not accept my skin. And whatever I dressed up, it was like, I'm not feeling that good. But the moment I learned that, yes, this is my body, I can't take up this, I can't break my hand, I can't cut my hand and throw off. So basically, you have to make the client, make the student also understand that you have to accept whatever is there in your or there with you. It can be you are very black, it can be you are very fat. And monitor therapy, especially, you can teach with the students of 11 and 12 by the form of touching the body parts or the private part, because it was I saw while I did it with a school student. They said me, ma'am, I don't like my vagina, and I made the school segregate in this way that I'm getting only the girls first and then the boys, because I knew the girls are going to be very comfortable if they can see only the females there. So girls said me, I don't like my vagina. The moment I said, why don't you like your vagina? You can't cut it off and you can't throw. One of the girls said me, ma'am, though I wanted to be a model, I don't like. Then I asked, why don't you like? She said me, ma'am, my vagina smells very bad. And I remember she was in class 12. I said, how does the vagina smell? She said me, it's very bad. And as the mom was there with her, she said me, no, no, ma'am, nothing bad. It's the normal smell which comes from every vagina. So it took me 3 sessions to make her understand vagina will be smelling. As for example, if we are not applying any ornaments right now, if I smell something, my body will have certain sort of smell, and that is very unique. So boys, I saw one of the boys in that session itself. She said me, I don't like my buttocks. I said, why? He also said the same thing, that bad smells come up. Then also his father said, nothing, ma'am. I took him to the gynecologist. All sort of like test was done, and it is the normal smell which is coming up. So monitor therapy, you can go with the school only with class 11 and 12, because they do know that, yeah, they are touching their breast, they are touching their genitals, and they are not accepting, because there are girls who says, ma'am, my breast is too small, or in fact they will be saying, ma'am, my breast is too big, so that I don't know how to wear this dress. So that is the technique. You have to make them understand all bodies are unique. In fact, this can be done with the celebrities, because right now all the students are very much what to say, they are highly equipped with TV, social media, Instagram, what they are called influencer, YouTube influencer. So you have to give the example of their influencer, that they also have certain flaws. But can you identify? No, you can't identify whether it's a boy and whether it's a girl. And if you are doing the same therapy with corporates में क्या होता है, they don't understand their ability. For example, today if I am giving 20 projects, my boss know that is my ability. For example, you know this is my ability, I can do 10 work, but I don't know my ability, that even I can't do 6 work, 10 to छोड़ ही देते हैं. So what happens? You being a corporate trainer, you being a monitor technique trainer, you are going to make me accept that yes, you can, and you are going to make me believe that if you were not capable of, you wouldn't have gave me that work, because you know my work, you know, you have seen my CV, you have seen my every works, and then only you have assigned me certain works. This works only with corporates. And if you are doing with the same with mother, because these generally don't goes with father, this you have to do in certain, because like if I talk about the housewife, they are always at the back like, ma'am, I left all my job for the sake of my family, for the sake of my son, now I don't have anything. Basically, they are of this version. Now I don't have earning of 5 rupees. Now you have to make them accept the present situation. It can be you are not having a earning of even 5 rupee, but you have devoted your whole life for whom? Not only for your family, but for 99 or 90%, whatever the thing could be with your son, with your daughter, or for your daughter. She is earning, and that can be your biggest plus point. See, monitor therapy, logotherapy can be customized as per the need. It can be for corporate, it can be for students, it can be for mother. And you have to take in consideration. And if someone you are doing with pregnant woman, this monitor therapy, because if you are doing with the pregnant woman, they, not they, but no, I won't say maximum also, but out of 20, only 2 people or 2 mother will be saying, I did not want to have this baby right now. It achanak se ho gaya. I missed my period and then I saw I am pregnant. Now I can't abort because my mother-in-law, my mother, whosoever are there, said not to abort the first child. Now how to inculcate this monitor therapy? You have to show them video of the mother who are giving the delivery of the baby, and the moment the baby is coming out of the womb, it can be a normal delivery, can be a cesarean, how happy the mother is. Because right now I don't know why, but being an infertility counselor, many of the clients says me, especially the mother, ma'am, in OT room you have to be there. And believe me, I am not that fond to see the mother getting seizures like this, even if normal delivery. I remember when I was doing my internship, it was in the year 2013, I could not pass from the labor room because the mother used to scream so much badly. So I asked my mother, how did you give me the delivery? Didn't you scream? And she said me, yeah, I screamed a lot because you both are the normal baby for me. So I know how much pain they do, like even if they are normal or cesarean. So the day I saw, and I was very unconscious. I was senseless in the OT room itself, and that was the very first session. Being an infertility counselor, I went through, and the gynecologist said me, Sradhanjali, you have to be very strong when you are coming to a OT room. I said, nah, Baba, I'm not going to go from next. But yes, still after 2 to 3 times I went, I saw the moment the baby is coming, they are not going the senseless for all body, only the lower body portion. The mother can sing, the mother can talk to the nurses, to all the staffs. And I saw recently, 10 days only had happened, this year, the baby came up, the sister did something of that, and the doctor said, this is a baby girl. And the mother was crying and the mother was singing. So you have to show the pictures, not the pictures, it can be the live video which is uploaded in YouTube, because right now so many doctors uploads that if you are not willing to bring the baby out, he can be on that spectrum. You are not a mother anytime. It can be you are an infertile couple. But what if you are bringing the baby? What are the positive signs? There can be no negative signs. And there has to be the positive signs if you are selecting the right YouTube video. And then they come into realization that, yeah, I'm going to bring a small living thing in the earth, and it has to be in my womb. So they start accepting the fact that right now I'm a baby's mother. And then you can go ahead with journaling that what are your babies doing, if they are kicking, if the way you are singing, it has to be the baby. The moment mother is singing, the baby also utters something. So I don't know how, but I have seen in the USG with all the mothers, they do something of that sort. So I said my mother that the day I'm going to get married and the day I'm going to get my baby, I'm going to listen whatever happens, because I did my infertility counseling course, I did my perinatal counseling course. Only it was in the theory and in the practical with other couples, but practical has to be with me. So my mother said, okay, your sister is getting married, listen her whatever she has to say. And every day I go to her, every single day, and she's like, you came today also? I said, yeah, to listen your baby whatever she's saying. So she is only in her womb at 1 month 10 days, and every day for 1 month 10 days I'm going. And this way the mother accept the fact that yes, right now I am a would-be mother and I can do anything and everything I want to keep my baby happy in future. So that what you are doing, you are doing the monitotherapy and you are combining a portion of logotherapy also in future. So this was monitotherapy. Now, what are the rules of Ikigai? It's pretty simple. Number one is take slow. We are always very fast. We need to achieve right now. I need 1 lakh as my bank balance within next 1 week. But that doesn't happen. But we have to be very, very, very slow while we are working in our personal life as well as professional life also. Second is we have to have good number of friends, because what happens, negative, we know that negative attracts us. But the moment we are with a good number of people, it can be friends, it can be good number, good community individual, the way they are talking, the way they are explaining us, it has to be, because what happens, I have seen if I am in a very low mood, all my negative people are going to call me up and they are going to make me more low. But if I talk not only to my mom and dad, not my dad, but to my mom and one of my best friends, I feel very happy. If I am also very sad, I'll feel very happy. Next is to connect with the nature. Now, how does this happen? In Amazon, there how to connect with the nature. Number one, it can be any sort of morning walk or something. It can be gardening, but it's very true that right now we don't have so much time for walking, gardening. So I tell all my clients to buy a small grass, and it's the artificial grass, and to keep inside the bag, and they can fold it and they are keeping inside the bag. What happens when they are traveling, if they are traveling by air, by train, by any means, they take out and they put the sensation of the hand, of the feet in the grass, and all that are artificial grass. It's nothing that you can't carry. So you can even carry in flight. And what is happening? You are closing your eyes. Yes, it's mandatory to close your eyes to feel that your hand or your feet is in the grounded session with the grass, with the original grass. And that is very good form of mud also. If you are having artificial mud, it doesn't, I have seen artificial mud with one of my clients. He got and he gave me a picture. So what he does, he do it like this. He will be pouring the mud from one hand to another, from one hand to another. And what happens, he feel that he's connected to nature, because he don't have, he doesn't have any sort of time. And this connect with nature, even if you are walking with jail individual or the prisoners, you can ask them, because they can't come outside the prison. So within the prison also they can do, especially with the mothers, the one who are pregnant, they can't travel for more than 1 hour or for more than 1.5 hours. So they can connect with the nature this way, because there are certain myth that if you are pregnant you can't go out with this some like Saturday, Tuesday, I don't know what are the more days. So you can ask them. Next is smile. Now, even if you are facing a very low time in your life or in your professional career, if you are smiling, because the law of manifestation works here, even if you are smiling, a certain amount of dopamine gets released in your brain and you can work more harder to accomplish the goal. There is live in the moment. Yes, as I said, you have to always live in the moment, not talk about past, because whatever mistake we did in the past, we can't rectify that, and we don't know what is supposed to come in our future. But yes, we can always modify our present and work for our future. So we have to live in the moment. Then is get in shape for your next birthday. Like I have seen, there are many individuals who said, हाँ बर्थडे में क्या celebration. I am not talking about spending a hell amount of money for your birthday, but yes, you can definitely, for the first slide I will be giving you the PDF. You can definitely work, but for your next birthday you can bring a specs for you, you can bring a small scarf for you, anything. You can even buy nail polish, you can go for a spa, but you have to write it down. For your next birthday you are going to do these three things. So you are going to make halwa in a very, not in a very traditional form, but giving a touch of modernization with wine. Even if you are not fond of wine, you can go for mirinda, because I have seen many of the clients says mirinda works good for me. So anything and everything you can go. Now thanks, we don't thank everyone. Now thanks doesn't mean that you have to call that individual every time, Are you did good, thank you, thank you, thank you. Not necessary, but we have to keep in our mind that the individual did something good to us. Even the individual is doing bad to us, it has to be on that spectrum that we do realize that in this individual did bad to us for the sake of what. Now you have to analyze that why this individual did bad to us. It can be on certain situation he did bad, but yes, you have to write a gratitude letter thanking everyone. Thanks to mother-in-law for teaching me this, thanks to my father-in-law for gifting me this, anyone and everyone who are very important in your life, and even to your enemy, to make you more strong, because without our enemies, without our haters, we are nothing. Because the every time we can see, Are Shraddhanjali or Are Manali, you did so good too. But the moment people come and say, no, this was not good, you realize that you can do something better, and you start thinking or start researching that how can you do more better to that. So this can be done. Next is, yes, don't fill your stomach. Now this, don't fill your stomach with jealousy, with hatred, because it happens that today if I buy a Lamborghini, it can be on a spectrum that my friends are telling me, Are Shraddhanjali, with not even 40,000 income, how did you buy a Lamborghini? And I having income for 2 lakhs, I can't buy. That means what is happening? Not only she is comparing, she is getting a feeling, or she's getting a thought of being jellified with us. It also happened that if I see like if we see someone is getting 1,000 like in a post, and the same post which I gave, we don't receive even 25 likes, we develop little or moderate form of jealousy. So we won't be feeling our stomach, because all the things come and pile in our stomach, and we are not going to pile our stomach with all those negative things. Now we have to always stay active. Now active means not like that we have to cook, we have to walk our dress, or walking physically. It has to be a mental active. Like I have seen many of the individuals, if they are not working professionally, they are always in Facebook and WhatsApp or Instagram. I ask them, what are you doing for 23 hours in Facebook? I am scrolling the reels. So it's not like that. That you can even read books, and even if you are not doing anything, sit and be grounded, because the moment you are grounded, you can realize what are the negative and positive things. So how to be active, it has to be very simplified and subjective version. That for me, being active is if I am going to read hard copy, because I don't know how to read e-books and soft copy, I'll be taking out a printout and I'll have a pen, highlighter, sticky notes, and I'll then start for reading. If I'm not reading, I'll be sleeping. If I'm also not sleeping, I'll go outside my veranda, I'll take a glass of water and I'll sit there for 1.5 hours or even 2 hours. So it's very subjective that how can we be active. And yes, we have to take in consideration of both our health, mental and physical health. Then only we are like, even after retirement also, people are like, I don't want to retire, give me one activity or two activities. So we have to be very active. Not we are always jogging, or we are not always having a howling sessions. But yes, active can be anything, whatever we want. But yes, not always sleeping and not piling our stomach with doing with criticizing people, because we are always at the back of criticizing others. Ikigai doesn't say that you have to criticize other. Ikigai is only and only focus on whatever you have. Even if you are having bad thing, please polish the bad thing and try to convert the bad and baddest form of thing into the positive things. So these are the 10 clear rules of Ikigai, and this assignment I generally do because Ikigai, as Okainova says, they do follow this. I don't say Okainova people, they do have this. In Monday, they are going to have all sort of yellow food. Tuesday, red color, every sort, whatever they'll get out of that. Even they do certain mixtures of food color and they are going to eat it. Whereas this is a rule of Ikigai, sorry, Okainova. So while I was doing my diploma, I did this. So I kept it up so that people can understand. Yes, we have to be very grounded, because I have seen every day either they are doing certain, going at the back of pub, like clubbing. Yeah, I forgot the term, clubbing, pubbing, because I did not know what exactly is weekend and weekdays. It's my graduation student who gave me the idea, ma'am, weekend means you are going for a off. I said, what are the weekends? They said me, it's Friday night, that means you have to go for partying and pubbing. I said, what is pubbing? They said me, you have to go for club, wear a hot short dress, either it could be a noodle strap or something of noodle strap, and you have to party hard. I thought, okay, party hard means for me sleeping and nothing else. So but Okainova don't have anything of general. They do follow this schedule, and every 150 members do follow this. It was being made hundred of years back, and still Okainova do follow this. And yes, they are always vegetarian, but the moment they are going for any Japan government party, they don't drink alcohol, they don't smoke, and even if they are drinking any sort of non-vegetarian thing, they do call their lord. I forgot what is the name of their lord, but the basic aim is mujhe maaf kar dena. And after they are coming back, everyone will take a bath at the same time. Even they are ladies or gents, they are going to take the bath at same time. They are going to perform a small ritual where they are going to slap their own left, sorry, this is the left, they are going to slap their left chin for 5 times and gone. Matlab, they do a sacrifice that the Lord is doing bad to them, or they did a bad thing after doing the non-vegetarian food, and this is the way they do this. And yeah, it's good to go for them. So this was of my most favorite, because I follow this Ikigai. So if you have any question, you can ask me.
It was a wonderful session. Very good, and I understood the concept very well, actually. My only question is, you are going to send all the PPTs to me
Yes.
on WhatsApp, or shall I give you?
Whatever you want. If you want in WhatsApp, I can WhatsApp you. If you want in mail ID, I will mail you whatever you want. Just as you have to send me your full name for certifications, nothing else.
Okay.
And if you want in mail ID, you can send me the mail ID. I'm going to give you all the books related to monitotherapy, logotherapy, and Buddhist psychology so that you can read. Because books are not very fat. It's either 400 or 500 pages. You can go out and read it. Not an issue.
Okay. I have registered for 2 more.
Yes, counseling psychology, and if I'm not wrong, color psychology.
Yes.
I'm going to send everything.
Okay. So tomorrow same time?
Yes. Yes. Yes, definitely. Same link will be there. Not an issue.
Same link. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good explanations and all that, and I like it.
Thank
very
you.
Good. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I hope you learned it, liked it. If you have any question regarding any therapy, I have more than 20 books of logotherapy, monitotherapy. I am going to give everything, not anybody. Also the worksheets also.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at the same time.
Same time, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.